Ever wondered why cats go crazy for catnip? Picture this. One moment your feline friend is lounging lazily on the couch. The next, they're rolling, pouncing, and darting around the room with an energy you didn't know they possessed. And all this madness, triggered by a mere whiff of a seemingly innocent green plant. Yes, we're talking about the enigmatic catnip. Now, what is this catnip that sends our furry companions into a frenzy? Catnip, scientifically known as Catnip, is a member of the mint family, and it's native to Europe, Asia, and Africa. But it's not just an ordinary plant. No, it holds a mysterious power over our feline friends. But before we delve into the science behind this feline fascination, let's take a moment to appreciate the observable effects of catnip on our cats. From frenzied playfulness to deep relaxation, the effects can be quite varied. Some cats will roll, jump, purr, and chase imaginary prey, displaying a burst of energy that can last up to 10 minutes. Others may mellow out, purring contentedly as they rub their faces against the source of this intoxicating aroma. However, not all cats are susceptible to the allure of catnip. About 1/3 of cats are seemingly immune, showing no reaction whatsoever. This resistance to catnip's effects is hereditary. So if your cat doesn't go wild for catnip, don't worry. It's not a sign of any problem. They're just part of the 30% who are genetically indifferent to this plant. So, what's the secret behind catnip's extraordinary influence over cats? Is it the aroma, the taste, or something else entirely? Why does it have such varied effects, from inducing euphoria to promoting relaxation? And how did this unassuming plant earn its reputation as the ultimate feline treat? These questions lead us into an intriguing exploration of the origins and properties of catnip. A journey that will take us from the wild fields of Europe to the living rooms of cat lovers around the world. A journey into understanding the mystery that is catnip. Intrigued? Stay tuned to unravel the mystery of catnip. So what exactly is this magical herb that drives our feline friends to frenzy? Perhaps you've asked yourself this question as you watched your cat roll, purr, and frolic in a state of seemingly blissful chaos. Well, let's unravel this intriguing mystery together. At its core, catnip is a perennial herb from the mint family, scientifically known as Catnip. Yes, you heard right. The same family that gives us those refreshing minty flavors also produces this feline elixir. The name catnip itself is a testament to the herb's allure for cats. It's a charming blend of the Latin words for cat, catus, and to entice or to lure, nepeta. As for its physical characteristics, catnip is a robust plant that can grow up to 3 feet tall. It boasts heart-shaped, tooth-edged leaves with a soft, fuzzy texture. In the summer, it blossoms with small white flowers often adorned with delicate purple spots. But what makes catnip so irresistible to our feline companions? The secret lies in the oil found in the leaves, stems, and seeds of the plant. This oil contains a chemical compound called nepentolactone, which, to put it in layman's terms, is like cat kryptonite. It's this compound that sends our cats into a tantalizing tizzy. So if you've ever wondered why your cat suddenly transforms into a gymnast in the presence of this unassuming herb, now you know. It's all thanks to the nepentolactone in the catnip. However, it's worth noting that not all cats are affected by catnip. Sensitivity to this herb is hereditary, and about 1/3 of cats lack the gene that responds to it. Intriguing, isn't it? How an ordinary-looking plant, a member of the ubiquitous mint family, can hold such sway over our feline friends, turning even the most dignified kitty into a playful kitten. Now that we know what catnip is, let's delve into its origins. Let's embark on a journey through time to discover the Catnip Chronicles. Did you know that catnip has been around for centuries? Yes, this delightful herb that drives our feline friends into a frenzy has ancient roots, tracing its origins back to the Old World. Catnip, or Catnip, as it is scientifically known, is native to regions spanning Europe, Asia, and Africa. This perennial herb, with its heart-shaped leaves and white or lilac flowers, thrived in these diverse climates, growing freely in the wild. But how did it make its way to the rest of the world, you may wonder? Well, that's a tale as interesting as the herb itself. The Romans were among the first to cultivate catnip, appreciating its aromatic qualities. They believed it could ward off evil spirits, and so it found its way into their homes and gardens. As time passed, catnip was traded along the Silk Road, reaching the Middle East and eventually making its way to China. In the Middle Ages, it was a popular ingredient in herbal remedies, used to treat everything from coughs and colds to digestive issues. But it wasn't until the settlers from Europe brought it to the New World that catnip began its journey across the Atlantic. It was grown in colonial gardens for its medicinal properties, and it wasn't long before it spread across North America, growing freely in the wild, much like it did in its native regions. However, catnip didn't just charm humans with its medicinal and aromatic qualities. Felines too were drawn to this herb, delighting in its intoxicating scent. From the lions in the African savanna to the domestic cats in European homes, the allure of catnip was universal among the feline kind. The settlers soon noticed their cat's peculiar attraction to this herb, marking the beginning of the catnip cat love affair that continues to this day. From a medicinal herb for humans to a feline's delight, catnip has had quite a journey. But why do cats love it so much? To answer that, we'll have to delve deeper into the world of catnip in our next scene, so stay tuned. Have you ever seen a cat under the influence of catnip? It's quite the spectacle to behold. Cats rolling around, purring, leaping, and generally acting as though they've just won the feline lottery. But what's really going on here? Why does catnip send some cats into a state of euphoria while others remain indifferent? The secret lies in a volatile oil found in catnip known as nipetolactone. This is the active ingredient that triggers the remarkable response we see in cats. It's found in the leaves and stems of the catnip plant, and when a cat gets a whiff of it, things get interesting. Here's what happens. When a cat sniffs catnip, the nipetolactone molecules travel up the cat's nasal passages and hit a series of receptors. These receptors then signal the brain that something extraordinary is happening. The sensory neurons fire up, and the olfactory bulb, which processes smells, sends signals to several regions of the brain, including areas associated with emotions and pleasure. The amygdala, which plays a key role in emotional responses, and the hypothalamus, which regulates behaviors like eating and hunting, both get in on the action. This combination of brain activity leads to the euphoric behavior we see in cats under the influence of catnip. But here's the catch. Not all cats respond to catnip. It turns out that sensitivity to nipetolactone is hereditary, and about 1 in 3 cats doesn't possess the gene that makes them react to it. Age and health also play a role. Kittens under 3 months old and senior cats may not respond, and cats that are ill might not either. So, while catnip can provide a delightful diversion for some cats, it's not for everyone. It's like a party that only certain cats get invited to. And for those cats, catnip is a natural, harmless way to stimulate play and exercise. So, it's the nipetolactone in catnip that gets the party started for cats. But not all cats are invited to this party. Did you know that not all cats are affected by catnip? Yes, you heard it right. Just like humans, our feline friends too have their own individual preferences and sensitivities, and this extends to their relationship with catnip as well. Here's where the Catnip Conundrum comes into play. You see, the sensitivity to catnip is, in fact, a hereditary trait. It's passed down from generation to generation in the feline lineage. So if a cat's parents were indifferent to catnip, there's a high chance that the kitty too might just turn a blind eye to it. Research suggests that between 30 to 50% of cats do not respond to catnip. That's right, almost half of the feline population might just walk past a bunch of catnip without a second glance. So, if you've ever been baffled by your cat's lack of interest in that expensive catnip toy, now you know why. But the Catnip Conundrum doesn't stop there. It's not just about genetics. Age plays a role too. Kittens, especially those under 3 months of age, show no interest in catnip. It's like they are immune to its allure. Similarly, senior cats, those in their twilight years, are less likely to respond to catnip. It seems like the magic of catnip fades away with age, just like the excitement of a childhood toy. But let's not forget, for the cats that do respond to catnip, it's an absolute delight. Their eyes light up, their tails swish, and they roll and purr in sheer joy. It's a sight that would bring a smile to any cat lover's face. So, while catnip might be a hit or miss with some cats, there's no denying the joy it brings to the ones that do love it. It's the unpredictability, the individuality of each cat's response that makes the Catnip Conundrum so fascinating. And at the end of the day, isn't it these little quirks that make our feline friends so endearing?